afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon, ma'am. इतना cardboard में.
Afternoon, ma'am.
हाँ? हाँ? Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
This question is for you. What does Santa Claus do? Naba Sultan.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
This question is for you. What does Santa Claus do?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, there is a room which is all dash in the blank. There is a room which is all dash. Okay, now you can read. Next. Anaya Fatima.
Sing. Are you having
Anaya Fatima. Describe the other boy's house. You know the answer?
Arnav Raj Singh? What are you
Anaya
doing?
Fatima.
Now let us come to the topic, today's topic. We were on the topic properties of soil, isn't it? So yesterday we discussed that in properties of soil topic.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. We discussed that in properties of soil, the soil texture is there, soil color is there, soil structure is there, then plasticity and cohesion is there, soil density, infiltration and percolation. This I told you that you should go through it and you should read it and then be present in the class. Then here we discussed that there, according to the soil texture, the soil is of three types. The texture is of three types of the soil, that is named as sandy soil and loamy soil. These are the three types of soil according to the texture. Then, if we talk about the particles of the soil, then in the particles we can say that sandy particles are there. In clay, the smooth particles are there, and in loamy, the intermediate of the two, means that it is neither very rough, neither very smooth. That is known as silt. We will we had discussed yesterday that the loamy soil was the, according to the types of soil on the texture, loamy soil was the best quality because it contains all the three varieties of the soil particles. What are they?
Good afternoon.
They are sand, silt and clay. These all three particles are present in loamy soil. So loamy soil is considered to be the best type of soil because it has got the adequate amount of humus also, and it has got the adequate amount of water holding capacity. Then in clay, was not having, it has a water holding capacity, so it does not lead to any means if there will be water holding capacity, then if there will be heavy rainfall or so, then the particles will not just drain out the water. So this clay soil is not very adequate. Then comes your sandy soil. Sandy soil we have to go we have to just irrigate it often then. Why? Because the particles are porous and it can drain out water easily. Now comes the second one, second property according to the soil color. The soil color is is very important because it decides from where we have obtained which type of rock the soil has been obtained. And
Daily.
And which chapter? Which chapter?
Ayush,
Ma'am, which chapter?
it is soil chapter. Yesterday also I had discussed this chapter. I am on the properties of the soil. And this soil chapter is your coming in this coming online test. So that is your. So according to the soil color, we can also categorize which soil is containing which type of minerals. If it is red,
Hello.
brown in color, presence of iron
Hello. Hello.
in the soil.
Hello.
So, if there will be, all of you please just close the screen. No need to Mr. 7B, close your screen. And Omkar, you also close your screen. Hearing is required. You just hear only. So here, we are talking about that red, yellow or brown color is usually related to iron oxides present. If the red, yellow or brown colored soil is there, that will give the presence of, that is an indication of the presence of iron oxide in the soil. Then dark colors of the soil are associated with other minerals and organic. That is your Harsh, guess what? Please don't talk in between. It disturbs the whole class. Now here, better. Now all of you keep silence and listen first. We are talking about that if there will be red, yellow or brown color, then that soil will contain iron oxide in it. And it's rich in, if the color is dark. Dark means very dark, and that means that soil is very much rich in humus content. Humus content, all of you know that it is obtained from dead, decayed organic matter, that is part of animal and plants that get decay in the soil. We can categorize the soil. Then comes your soil structure. When we talk about the soil structure, then one thing you might have this experience, use the soil, that when we were, you were also children, then we used to play with the soil. If we use the sandy soil, if the sand particles are more in it, then that type of soil will not stick. They will not stick together. And when we try to bind it, we see that it gets broken. Why? Because the soil texture does not have the capacity of plasticity, or it does not have that sticking tendency. But when you take a clay soil, then that has got a tendency of binding, and we can roll it, or we can give it a particular shape, or we can playing we used to thatch on our houses, or just it was just for our fun we used to do when we were in childhood.
Ma'am, you have
Aditi, just stop sharing your screen. Now, a sandy soil is structureless because sand grains behave independently from each other. Independently means they do not have the capacity to stick together. Clay soil, on the other hand, have the tendency to stick. That we are coming to this, you can say, property of the soil, in which we can define the sticking property. Sticking property means plasticity and cohesion. How this soil, different types of soil particles, they stick together, or from which property they have got this tendency to stick together, that is your plasticity and cohesion can define it. So plasticity is the property that enables moist soil to change its shape on application of force and retain that shape when the force is withdrawn. On the basis, sandy soil will be may be considered as non-plastic and clay soil will be considered as plastic. Clear? Two category we can discuss over here. What? According to the plasticity property. Ayush, stop making noise and disturbing others. Stop doing that. Now, after that, we were talking about this. What is this property? This property is to tendency of the particles of the soil which can stick together. This we see that it is not seen in case of sandy soil, but in clay soil when we retain the force, that means if the force is not even applied, then also it can retain the shape and it will be in that position for a certain period if greater force is not applied. Then after that comes your cohesion. The tendency of similar particles to stick to one another is cohesion. Again, it is very similar. Plasticity and cohesion, similar terms. Plastic soils are cohesive, and plasticity and cohesion reflect the consistency and workability of soil. Now, what does this mean? Consistency and workability. It means that due to plasticity and due to cohesion, the soil can retain its shape, or we can use that soil for our making, suppose, some type of clay toys. So this tendency of the very much seen that there
इतना आवाज कहाँ से आ रहा है?
कटी थी ना.
Stop discussing among yourself. This is the class going on, not your discussion.
मैम बहुत आवाज आ रहा है.
Shiva and Soil.
Those who are left, join now.
That this plasticity and cohesion can work in the case of clay soil.
मैम बहुत आवाज आ रही है.
Now it is not coming. You keep quiet. So, clay soil and terracotta soil made with this ability of the particles to stick together. We can mold it into different shapes. Then comes soil density. We can usually have a higher weight per unit volume than having smaller. Soil which has got larger particles will have a heavier weight and as compared to the soil having smaller particles. Then after that comes infiltration and percolation. Infiltration and percolation is the rate enters the soil, and percolation is the rate at which the water moves through a soil. Abhinay Kumar, stop sharing your screen. So here, infiltration is the rate at which the water enters the soil. So water is entering at a particular rate inside the soil. So infiltration is the rate at which water enters the soil, and percolation is the rate at which the water moves through the soil. So you just try to understand in this way that the soil has different layers, and in those layers the water is getting absorbed. So the rate at which it will enter is known as the percolation, and the rate at which now when it has entered the soil, then it will move through different layers of the soil. So when the rate at which it will move through the soil is known as infiltration. So absorption and retention in waters in the soil, retention of water in the soil will depend upon the type of particles of the soil. So some soil such as clay soil take up water very slowly and also hold it well over there. Then sandy soil absorb water well but do not hold it well. Now what is the difference here? What it is trying to say? That in clay soil it has the capacity. Why? Because the particles are closer together. When the particles will be closer together, then it will have a greater holding capacity. It will not allow the water to escape or move through it. But in the sandy soil, when you will that the water is being drained out. Quickly it is coming out from the soil. And again, after some time, you will see that the water will become, the soil will become dry. So in sandy soil, it is often then we have to pour water. Then comes the composition of the soil. Composition of the soil means what? Composition of the soil means that what are the content in the soil which makes up the soil or which makes the soil usable for different purpose. So that is your inorganic substance which is present from the derived from the parent rock. From where it has been obtained, the soil after weathering, that is the inorganic substances present. Then the man-made work is, Ronit, stop sharing your screen. Stop sharing your screen, Ronit. We apply fertilizers and manures as the inorganic content and that makes the soil fertile for the crops to grow. Then the organic matter. What are the organic matter? The humus, the excreta, and the dead and decayed part of plants and animals that compose our soil. And that makes the soil fertile, and that is what the soil becomes usable for the purpose of growth, purpose of different purpose. So it is not necessary that the soil which is very fertile, very rich in humus or organic content will be usable for different purposes also. Different purposes means apart from growing plant, it will be used for making you can say different types of toys or thatching up of the roof which is done in villages. It is not so. So organic content is only if the soil is rich in organic content, then that will be only usable for the plant which is growing in the which requires humus content. But the soil which is used for other purposes apart from growing of plant, that will not contain very rich amount of humus content. It is not necessary because there we don't have to grow plant for the because this humus content is only for the growth. There we should have such type of soil which is rich in water holding, which is sticky, which has the property of plasticity and cohesion. This type of soil is useful for thatching purpose. Thatching means what? Making up of roof, which is done in villages, or walls. They build up the poor people, those who can't afford, they can make houses from. They make toys out of it. This should have rich, good amount of good property of plasticity and cohesion. And so the soil water is very, very necessary in that case. Soil air. Soil air is also very important. Why, children? Because due to this soil air only present in it, the roots can respire. The respiration process is carried out for the plants. And this can be very good in case of loamy soil. Why? And there is also one activity which has to be performed to enrich the soil layer, that is turning up of the soil. Soil should be plowed. We see that farmers for preparing their field for growing crops, they just plow the field, turn the soil upside down so that all the soil gets loosened and they can have air spaces. Then the living organisms, a variety of living organisms, including bacteria, fungi, and algae, they are going over there in the soil. But one of the important living organism, that is your earthworm, which is very, very important for the soil because it through its excreta and excretory or the facial matter which comes out from the body, because it eats up the soil and again it transfers the excreta in the soil. So the soil which goes through their digestive tract, that becomes very, very fertile, and that is why this earthworm is named as nature's plowman. Because due to its nature, behavior of turning the soil upside down by absorbing the nutrients from the soil and discarding it in the soil, that automatically enriches the soil with the air also. Okay, so that is why it is called as nature plowman, and it is the earthworm which burrows into the burrowing action continuously moves the mineral rich in soil from the surface, and it just improves the growth of the burrowing action also aerates the soil, enhancing drainage. So this is very important, or you can say it is a friend of this earthworm has got a friendly behavior in case of the soil, because it is in every case it is providing some or the other useful component in the soil. That is why very good component or nature's plowman, or you can say friend of the plant also and the soil also. Okay? We have discussed till here. Now come to the questions which I should put up before you. What is the mineral component present if the soil is brown in color? What can we identify by the presence of brown color of the soil? Which mineral is identified?
Humus.
No, not humus. Brown color is the presence of, tell anybody else?
Iron
Iron
oxide.
oxide.
Iron oxide.
Iron oxide.
Iron oxide. Iron oxide.
That is why
Iron
I tell you
oxide.
red color. I told you brown color. So if brown color is soil is also there, then it will be the presence of iron oxide. Dark colored soil is the soil which is rich in dark color.
Humus. Organic matter.
Humus.
Organic matter.
Which
Organic matter.
Organic matter.
organic matter or humus, both answer is correct.
My song is not coming. My song is not coming.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
Mute yourself.
Just stop.
Mute yourself.
सब अपने आप को म्यूट कर लो, मैम की आवाज नहीं आ रही है ऐसे में।
मैम आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
यस मैम।
मैम आवाज
पहले
नहीं
तुम लोग हल्ला बंद करोगे तब ना मैम का आवाज आएगा। दूसरों क्या पता है?
Stop shouting.
तो आवाज करो ना।
तुम नहीं बोल
Which property of the soil makes us which is used in the making of mud ball?
Plasticity. Soil structure. Plasticity. Soil structure. Plasticity.
Yes, yes,
Plasticity.
correct. Which property reflects the consistency and workability of the soil?
Soil. Plasticity and
Plasticity and cohesion.
Plasticity and cohesion both. Cohesion and cohesion. Plasticity and cohesion.
Plasticity and cohesion.
Both. Plasticity and cohesion both. Plasticity and cohesion.
Property of the soil. Once again, listen. Absorption of water depends on which property of the soil?
Infiltration. Infiltration.
infiltration.
And circulation. Infiltration.
Percolation. Both are the both can decide the absorption of water.
Percolation.
How can we understand, or by which property we can understand the movement of water in the soil?
Percolation. 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 Percolation.
Why it is not to make our ground cemented all the in all over the ground? Why should not we make our ground cemented?
Because the cemented ground do not absorb water. Because water cannot
Yes, and there will be no percolation, no filtration. The floor will be unable to absorb water. There will be no absorption.
आने कैसी रात मिल गई। हेलो विशाल। हेलो विशाल, बोलो क्या हाल है? बोलो।
Which soil absorbs the least water? Which soil?
कुछ नहीं बोलता रे।
clay soil.
बोलो।
Clay soil.
विशाल सेवन है, विशाल सेवन है, कुछ स्पीक। अरे काहे उना बोलो।
मैं कॉपी से ना, मैं कॉपी में क्या?
पप्पू पप्पू जी बोलो। हेलो
Absorbs the least water.
स्पीक मी लो।
I'm clay soil. I'm clay soil.
Least water.
Clay soil. मैम सैंडी soil होगा।
हाउ स्वेटर है कैसा?
Least water.
अरे बाप। कहाँ रे? तो विशाल
Okay, next question.
अरे लटकाए वे आँखों की
What are the different compositions of the soil?
Organic substance, organic material, soil, water, soil air,
नहीं बोलेगा आड़
Organic material, soil, water, soil, air, and living organisms.
जाने की रात मिल गई न जाने कैसी
अभी हम तुमको गाना छोड़ाते हैं, रुक जाओ। प्रेम कुमार, आई एम कमिंग टू यू। Okay, just wait. I will block your number and then you sing better at your home. Which organism is known as nature's plowman?
Earthworm.
Yes.
Earthworm. Earthworm.
Coiled soil masses are known as dash of the earthworm. Coiled soil masses.
Dash.
Now, if the soil air is insufficient amount in the soil, then what will happen? If the soil,
Which will result in poor growth, plant growth, and even death of the plants.
and there will be one more term you understand, you mentioned. If the air particles are not present, that means the air chambers of the soil are blocked, and that will lead to logging.
कुछ काम था मोबाइल से लो हो गया मेरा बस
What is the term given to this?
Ma'am, your voice is not coming clearly.
What is the term given to the earthworm which helps the farmer for the soil?
क्या? Nature's plowman. नहीं धीरे धीरे आवाज आता है. Nature's plowman.
No, that term is vermicomposting. That term in which we
Vermicomposting. The term in which vermicomposting. The term in which forming composite.
in which
With the help of worms.
Other earthworms are used in the vermicomposting.
term is known as vermicomposting. Now, children, any thing you want to ask me just now? Anything your side? Any question?
No, ma'am. Properties of the soil.
Properties of the soil just now I discussed. Properties of the soil में क्या-क्या topic अभी हम discuss किए? Soil texture. First, in that we told you that texture is of different types. One is sand, other is clay, and the third one is clay. ये अलग-अलग particles का texture है. जैसे इसके लिए आप एक example ले लो. Sand अभी आप कभी छू कर देखे हो? Have you ever touched the?
Yes.
How it is?
Yes, ma'am. मैम थोड़ा रफ टाइप सा लगता है.
रफ भी होता है और दूसरा पार्टिकल्स जो होता है वो क्या होता है? बड़ा-बड़ा होता है, दिखता है हमको आँख से. उसके बाद क्ले का पार्टिकल्स कैसा लगता है? आप उसको उतना अच्छा से नहीं पाओगे एक पार्टिकल. आप केवल टेक्सचर को फील कर पाओगे, है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
सिल्ट है।
Yes.
इसका मतलब हुआ न सैंड है और न ठीक है। जैसे आपको एक एग्जाम्पल दे देते हैं कि जैसे आप शुगर का पार्टिकल देख पाते हो।
Infiltration बताइए ना। Infiltration.
बता रहे हैं, पहले अभी प्रॉपर्टीज पूछा तो पहले वो बता देते हैं। तो आप शुगर का पार्टिकल किचन में देख पाते हो ना, नमक का भी देख पाते हो, लेकिन आप फ्लोर व्हीट फ्लोर जब लेते हो तो वो पार्टिकल्स आप देख पाते हो, नहीं देख पाते उसको केवल
No, ma'am.
ठीक है, वही है आपका, ठीक है, वही कैटेगरी है। आप उसको गार्डन में जाकर चेक भी कर सकते हो, ठीक है। तो ये एक हुआ सॉइल टेक्सचर। सॉइल टेक्सचर के हिसाब से हमारा 3 तरह का सॉइल होता है, सैंडी सॉइल, क्लेई सॉइल और लोमी सॉइल। सॉइल कलर हम आपको बताएं कि डार्क कलर होगा तो उसमें ह्यूमस होगा, अगर ब्राउन, रेड और येलो कलर होगा तो उसमें आयरन ऑक्साइड होगा, और डिफरेंट कलर्स होता है सॉइल का अकॉर्डिंग टू द एनवायरमेंट, क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन। अलग अलग जगह का सॉइल का अलग कलर होता है और उसमें अलग अलग मिनरल्स भी होता है। फिर सॉइल स्ट्रक्चर आपको बताएं, जो स्ट्रक्चर में वैसा सॉइल जो कि बहुत एक दूसरे में चिपक सकता है थोड़ा फोर्स लगाने के बाद, या कोई ऐसा सॉइल होता है जो कि फोर्स लगा चिपक जाएगा, लेकिन जैसे तो वो डिस्टॉर्टेड हो जाएगा। और वो प्रॉपर्टी क्या है, प्लास्टिसिटी के कारण वो स्टिक करता है। तो सॉइल डेंसिटी हुआ कि जिसका पार्टिकल्स बड़ा है उसका वेट ज्यादा होता है, जिसका पार्टिकल्स छोटा है उसका वेट कम होता है। इनफिल्ट्रेशन एंड पर्कुलेशन। सॉइल का थोड़ा सा लम्प आप ले लीजिए और उसको एक डब्बे में आप बंद कर दीजिए, ठीक है, रख लीजिए, और तब आप एकदम ड्राई जिसमें कोई वाटर पार्टिकल्स नहीं होगा, आप देखोगे जब वो ड्राई रहता है उसमें हो तो वो जल्दी से एब्सॉर्ब हो जाता है ना। गर्मियों में जब पहला रेन शावर आता है तो एक तरह से स्मेल आता है सॉइल, क्योंकि उसमें एक बैक्टीरिया प्रेजेंट होता है सॉइल में जो शावर के कारण एनवायरनमेंट में फैलता है, उसके कारण वो स्मेल। तो आप पहली बार जब पानी डालोगे तो ये एब्जॉर्ब हो जाएगा। एब्जॉर्ब होगा मतलब कहाँ गया, अंदर गया पानी। अब पानी कहीं ये तो नहीं होता है, वेस्ट तो नहीं होता है, वो चला जाता है सॉइल के अंदर। लेकिन जब आप और वो सॉइल के नीचे जब वो डाले तो वो क्या हुआ, that is infiltration. Infiltration is the rate at which it enters. वो एंटर किया, अब एंटर करने के बाद सॉइल के डिफरेंट लेयर्स तक मूव करेगा, तो वो जो प्रोसेस हुआ जो डिफरेंट लेयर्स तक उसको कैरी करता है उसको बोलते हैं पर्कुलेशन। क्या थोड़ा सा पानी डालोगे तो वो ऊपर वाला लेयर आपका गीला हुआ, जब आप ज्यादा पानी डालोगे तब उस डब्बे के अंदर वाले लेयर तक वो पानी गया, तो वो दैट इज योर पर्कुलेशन। जो डब्बे के अंदर तक पानी गया मतलब सॉइल पार्टिकल से होते हुए वो गुजरा, तो दैट इज योर पर्कुलेशन। और जब आप पानी डालें अब समझ में आई?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, और किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन?
Ma'am.
किसी के पास और कोई क्वेश्चन है?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then you learn the question answer and go through this portion what I have taught. Again, we will meet tomorrow. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day, ma'am.
Nice day, ma'am.
Thank you.